I have come to realize that implementing atomic habits in my daily routine starts with understanding what these habits truly are. Atomic habits are the small, seemingly insignificant actions that we repeat consistently over time. These habits may appear minor on their own, but their compounded effect can lead to significant changes in our lives. As I delved deeper into the concept of atomic habits, I learned that they are all about making small changes that, over time, can lead to remarkable results. By focusing on tiny adjustments and being consistent in my efforts, I can gradually transform my habits and, consequently, my life. One key aspect of understanding atomic habits is recognizing the power of habits in shaping our daily behaviors. Habits are like the foundation of a building. They provide structure and stability to our routines. Understanding how habits work and learning to modify them effectively allows me to take control of my actions and steer them in the direction I desire. I also discovered the importance of triggers, routines, and rewards in habit formation. Identifying the cues that prompt certain behaviors, establishing a routine to follow consistently, and rewarding myself for sticking to that routine are vital steps in building new habits or breaking old ones. Furthermore, comprehending the concept of habit stacking has been instrumental in my understanding of atomic habits. By linking new habits to existing ones, I can create strong associations that make it easier to adopt and maintain these behaviors over time. In essence, understanding atomic habits involves acknowledging the power of small actions, recognizing the role of habits in shaping our lives, and learning how to effectively implement and maintain new behaviors by leveraging triggers, routines, rewards, and habit stacking. Identifying your current habits. As I embark on my journey to incorporate atomic habits into my daily routine, the first step is to identify my current habits. I begin by reflecting on my typical daily activities and behaviors. I jot down a list of actions that I engage in regularly, both positive and negative. Understanding routines first, I observe the routines that dictate my day. From waking up in the morning to going to bed at night, I take note of how I navigate through each day. Recognizing triggers next, I pinpoint the triggers that lead me to specific habits. Whether it's stress, boredom, or social cues, I pay attention to the factors that prompt certain behaviors. Assessing impact, I evaluate the impact of each habit on my life. Some habits might be enhancing my productivity and well-being, while others could be holding me back or causing unnecessary stress. Journaling. Keeping a journal as a habit can be incredibly insightful. Documenting my actions and emotions throughout the day helps me gain a better understanding of my habits and the patterns that govern them. Seeking feedback. Sometimes, it's beneficial to seek feedback from others. I might ask friends or family members for their perspectives on my habits, as they may notice patterns that I overlook. By taking the time to identify my current habits, I lay the groundwork for successfully implementing atomic habits. This self-awareness will guide me in making intentional changes to my routine, fostering a more positive and productive lifestyle. Setting clear and achievable goals. I remember a time when I felt overwhelmed by the idea of implementing new habits into my daily routine. I realized that setting clear and achievable goals was the key to making lasting changes. Here are some steps that I found helpful in this process. Identify your objectives. I began by defining what I wanted to achieve. This clarity helped me focus on specific habits that would bring me closer to my goals. Break it down. Breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks made the process much less daunting. I could then tackle one task at a time without feeling overwhelmed. Make it measurable. To effectively track my progress, I learned to set measurable goals. Whether it was drinking more water or reading for 30 minutes a day, having a clear metric kept me accountable. Establish a timeline. Setting a timeline for my goals gave me a sense of urgency and helped me stay on track. Whether it was a weekly, monthly, or quarterly target, having a deadline pushed me to work towards my habits consistently. Celebrate progress. Even small victories along the way kept me motivated. Acknowledging my efforts boosted my confidence and encouraged me to continue working towards my goals. By setting clear and achievable goals, I found myself more motivated and focused on integrating new habits into my daily routine. Remember, it's okay to start small and build momentum over time. Building a habit stacking routine. I remember when I first started implementing atomic habits into my daily routine, one of the key strategies that made a significant difference was building a habit stacking routine. Here's how I went about it. The first step I took was to identify anchor habits that I had already established in my daily routine. These were habits like brushing my teeth after breakfast or making a cup of coffee in the morning. Pairing new habits. Once I had my anchor habits identified, I paired new habits that I wanted to cultivate with these existing habits. For instance, I paired doing a quick 5-minute stretch routine with making my morning coffee. Creating a sequence. I then created a specific sequence for my habit stacking routine. By following the same sequence every day, I was able to reinforce these new habits and make them stick. Consistency is key. Consistency played a crucial role in building my habit stacking routine. I made sure to stick to the routine every day, even on weekends, or when I was feeling less motivated. Tracking progress. To keep myself accountable and motivated, I used a habit tracker to monitor my progress. This helped me see how far I had come and encouraged me to continue with my habit stacking routine. Using these steps, I was able to seamlessly integrate new habits into my daily life and make lasting positive changes by building a habit stacking routine. Creating a reward system. I remember struggling to consistently exercise every morning until I implemented a reward system. For me, the reward was a delicious smoothie after my workout. Here's how I created a reward system that helped me stick to my new habit. Identify a meaningful reward. I chose something I genuinely enjoyed and linked it to completing my workout. This made the habit more enticing. Make the reward immediate. I made sure to have my smoothie ready right after my workout. Immediate rewards reinforce the behavior. Track progress. Each day I completed my morning workout, I marked it on a calendar. Visualizing my progress was motivating. Adjust rewards as needed. Over time, I switched up my rewards to keep things exciting. This kept me engaged and motivated. Celebrate small wins. Even on days when the workout was tough, I recognized and celebrated the effort I put in. This positive reinforcement is key. Stay consistent. Creating a routine around the reward system helped make it a habit. Consistency is key to forming lasting habits. Implementing a reward system can make habit building enjoyable and sustainable. By linking a positive outcome to your new behavior, you create a powerful incentive to keep going. What reward will you select to help you stick to your new habits? Tracking your progress. When it comes to implementing atomic habits in your daily routine, tracking your progress is essential to staying on course and making improvements along the way. Here are some tips on how I track my progress effectively. Set clear goals. Before tracking progress, I establish clear and measurable goals. This helps me know exactly what I am working towards and what I need to track. Use a habit tracker. I find habit trackers incredibly useful in monitoring daily habits. Whether it's a digital app or a simple journal, having a visual representation of my progress motivates me to stay consistent. Celebrate small wins. Each small step towards my goal is a victory. By celebrating these small wins, I stay motivated and encouraged to continue working on my habits. Reflect regularly. Taking time to reflect on my progress allows me to see what is working well and where I might need to make adjustments. This self-reflection is crucial for growth. Just as needed. Not every habit will work perfectly on the first try. Being open to adjusting my approach based on tracking data helps me refine my habits for better results. Stay accountable. Sharing my progress with a friend or a support group keeps me accountable. Knowing that others are aware of my goals motivates me to stay on track. By consistently tracking my progress and making adjustments along the way, I have been able to transform my daily routine and make significant strides towards achieving my goals. Tracking keeps me focused and accountable, making the journey towards better habits all the more rewarding. Overcoming setbacks. I've had my fair share of setbacks when trying to incorporate atomic habits into my daily routine. These challenges have taught me valuable lessons that ultimately helped me succeed in incorporating these habits into my life. Here are some strategies that have helped me overcome setbacks. I'll reflect on the setback. When faced with a setback, I take a moment to reflect on what went wrong. Understanding the reasons behind the setback allows me to make adjustments to prevent it from happening again. Stay positive. It can be easy to get discouraged when facing obstacles, but I have learned the importance of staying positive. I remind myself of my goals and the benefits of forming these new habits. Seek support. I have found that seeking support from friends, family, or a mentor can be incredibly helpful when overcoming setbacks. Talking about my struggles with someone I trust can provide me with a fresh perspective and motivation to keep going. In the face of setbacks, I have learned to adapt and adjust my approach. If a particular habit isn't working for me, I am not afraid to switch it up and try something new. Celebrate small victories. Instead of focusing solely on setbacks, I make a point to celebrate small victories along the way. Recognizing my progress, no matter how small, helps me stay motivated and focused on my goals. Never give up. The most important lesson I have learned is to never give up, even when faced with setbacks. Perseverance and consistency are key when trying to implement atomic habits, and I remind myself that setbacks are just temporary hurdles on the path to success. By applying these strategies and staying determined, I have been able to effectively overcome setbacks and continue making progress in implementing atomic habits into my daily routine. Staying consistent. Being consistent with your habits is the key to long-term success. For me, maintaining consistency has been a game changer in achieving my goals. Here are some strategies that have helped me stay on track with my habits. Set clear goals. Defining what I want to achieve with my habits has been crucial. Knowing why gives me the motivation to keep going, even when things get tough. Create a routine. Establishing a daily routine has been instrumental in making my habits stick. They become second nature as I incorporate them into my schedule. Track your progress. Keeping track of my progress allows me to see how far I've come and motivates me to keep pushing forward. Whether it's through a habit tracker or journaling, monitoring my journey has been a powerful tool. Accountability partner. Having someone to hold me accountable has been incredibly helpful. Sharing my goals with a friend or family member keeps me accountable and provides much-needed support when I feel like giving up. Small wins. Celebrating small victories along the way keeps me motivated. Acknowledging my progress, no matter how small, boosts my confidence and fuels my determination to continue. Stay flexible. Life can be unpredictable, and there will be times when sticking to my habits becomes challenging. In those moments, being flexible and willing to adapt has helped me stay consistent. Is not always in the easy, long run, but it is definitely worth it. By incorporating these strategies into my daily routine, I have been able to make lasting changes and achieve my goals. Remember, progress is not always linear, but staying consistent will eventually lead to success. Incorporating atomic habits into your life's different areas. I always believed in the power of tiny habits to have a significant impact on my life. Here's how I have incorporated atomic habits into different areas of my life. Health and fitness. Routine. I started by setting a specific time each day for my workout. Starting with just 10 minutes made it easy to stick to. Habit tracking. Using a journal, I tracked my workouts and meals. This helped me stay accountable and see my progress. Environment design. I kept my workout clothes out the night before, making it easier to get started in the morning. Productivity. Productivity. Time blocking. I began scheduling specific tasks for set times during the day. This structure helped me focus and avoid procrastination. Eliminating distractions. I identified and minimized distractions, such as phone notifications, while working. This increased my productivity significantly. Reward system. I created a system where I rewarded myself after completing tasks, motivating me to stay on track. Personal development. Reading habit. I committed to reading at least 10 pages of a book every day. This modest goal gradually increased my reading habit. Skill development. I set aside time each week to learn a new skill. Whether it was an online course or practice, dedicating time consistently helped me improve. Reflection. Regularly reflecting on my progress and areas for growth allowed me to make necessary adjustments to my habits and routines. By integrating atomic habits into various aspects of my life, I have seen remarkable improvements in my health, productivity, and personal development. It's the small changes that have made a significant difference over time. Maintaining long-term habits. I used to struggle with maintaining long-term habits. It was easy to get excited about a new routine or goal, but staying consistent was a different story. However, I learned a few strategies that helped me stick to my habits for the long haul. Consistency over perfection. I used to beat myself up for missing a day or not doing a habit perfectly. But I realized that consistency is more important than perfection. So even on days when I didn't feel like it, I would at least do a small part of the habit to keep the momentum going. In accountability, I found an accountability partner who shared similar goals. We would check in with each other regularly, celebrate our wins, and motivate each other during challenging times. Having someone hold me accountable made a huge difference in sticking to my habits. Tracking progress. I started tracking my habit progress using a habit tracker or journal. Seeing how far I've come and celebrating small victories along the way motivated me to keep going. It also helped me identify patterns and adjust my habits when needed. Mindset shift. Instead of viewing habits as a chore, I reframed them as a way to become the person I wanted to be. I focused on the long-term benefits of my habits and how they aligned with my values and goals. This shift in mindset made it easier to stay committed, even when faced with obstacles. By implementing these strategies, I was able to turn my habits into lasting routines that have become a natural part of my daily life.